Well, it's rained for about 3 days in May, and everything is really loving the rain. Some new trees this year. The yellow maple there in the corner, this potted maple. I'll find the others in a minute. That bush in the middle, the peach, is new. It's in a full-size pot. I'm gonna probably trim it up a little and see what I can do with it for next year. Maybe bonsai it. Weak performance out of the yellows. Orange a little better, but I knew it's the setback. The interesting thing is this little guy is a weird looking flower that comes off of these. I've got 3 of these because they were $5.99 one day, maybe 2. They were $5.99, and here's another one that's further out. This is the second. That might be the last of it. I thought I had 3, but I might only have 2. They come out with that flower and look beautiful for about a minute, and then maybe 3 days, 4 days tops. My olive tree made it through the winter. This is my indoor bonsai nursery for the summer. But the dogwood's looking good, and the twisted oak. And back in here is cypress, and that's looking out. Actually, if you go back a little further, that's looking out. And move these off of the azalea table, and it's raining again. Great. Found a place for the bonsai force, the oak force. That I'm trying to do. I can't remember the name of the thing, but I'm trying to do it. It's where you put a driftwood and let a tree grow in it. And I've got that holding it up. My goal, hopefully, is someday for the plant to hold up the piece of driftwood. I'll, of course, have to move it somewhere where it's protected from the rain. And these are my pine that I got from Maysville. Never remember the name of the nursery, but Maysville Nursery on 93 out of Zanesville. These all moved. I just trimmed this up. I didn't want it to get too overextended because I'm going to try and put it in the greenhouse this winter. We'll see how that works. This right now is the Japanese maple area. This is a new one here. These two both. That's a cork bark, and that's some kind of a coral bark. I think you can see one going coral, and it probably will only do it on the second year branches. This is a pin oak, or no, Hufford oak, I believe is the name. I'm probably wrong, but I got it at Meyer. It's the size I wanted. The twisted oak was what I got last year, and it was probably too big. This was on the bonsai table as well. That's a new one. These are maple forests. I had those pots, and I decided to use them late last year. I snagged the maples coming up in the yard and put them in there. We'll see what happens. This, I'm hoping, I thought it might have been getting too much afternoon sun on that table and baking. So now I got it over here a little protected. This is the cones and concoctions bench. There's a holly in the middle that I think I was flooding out in a bonsai pot that may not have been getting good enough drainage. It may be dead, but I'm going to give it another try because the roots look good. And I'm just going to dry it out and see what happens. This is the second year on these two. Mugos, long needle white pine mugo. This guy, he's a mess. I don't know what he's going to do. That one too. Those are the miniatures. That's a full-size Canadian hemlock. And I've got a miniature down there I'm going to show you in a second. This one was actually just growing and stretching out, so I wired it this spring to hold it into place. It was kind of all tucked back in. This is an experimental little 3/4. I'll probably have to put it in a bigger pot. Wouldn't mind getting that green pot back. Get a bigger pot. But these I were growing in the yard along with these over here. They were up in the garden, and I pulled them out and made bonsais out of them because they just were a pain in the butt to water over there all the time. And they were burrowing themselves down into a hole. I didn't realize they were as tall as they are. But this is my holly that's getting blooms down low because I cut it way back, trying to keep it compact. But I left one branch up high just because, you know. This I completely cut back. It was a beautiful tree this year, and it just was getting too far out of itself. It was like out into here. So I crossed my fingers. I left some green and cut it off. I've got this one, you can see, had green. It's really slow coming on, but it looks like it's really going to take off. Probably in the summer. I had it on the bench over there on the table so I could see it, and nothing. It was too hot over there. I'm going to do something here. I haven't decided. I think I'm going to put a 6 or 8 foot wide extension onto the door, like an mud room. Put a wood burner over there. Auggie, get out of there. Get out. Hey. Come on. Get back in here. Hey, come on. Come on, Auggie. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Auggie doggy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get back. Come on. Come on. I don't know if we can. Come on, Auggie, get out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know. Go. Auggie, get. Go. I gotta call for help.